And now, views and interviews from the world of technology. Coming up, Sky News Tech Talk with Holloman.
My name is Tien Tzuo. I'm the CEO of a software company here in Silicon Valley called Zuora, spelled Z-U-O-R-A. People think of us as we're a SaaS company like a Salesforce.com, and so people think of us as a Salesforce.com or a subscription billing. So our service helps customers, anybody that has a subscription offering to their business. It could be a newspaper or a magazine, so some of our customers would be News International in London, the Financial Times in London, VNU in Amsterdam, or it could be a software company that now provides their application over the internet as a service, so Salesforce.com-like company, Salesforce is a customer, Informatica is a customer, we run their SaaS offerings as an example.
So what's the intelligence that you provide? What is it that's so difficult about understanding a subscription or managing a subscription service?
Yeah, well, we actually think that the world is moving in this direction. And so you used to have to buy software, now you can actually subscribe to applications over the internet. Google, Salesforce, and even ourselves. You used to have to buy cars, but now you can subscribe to a service like a Zipcar here in the US where you simply become a member. There's 100,000 cars over North America. You walk up to it with your card, you swipe it, you drive it away, and you simply pay by the hour. You used to have to buy CDs or DVDs, and now you can subscribe to services like LoveFilm or Netflix and really get movies on a per day basis, or just, rent the ones that you want, but have access to the entire library. Now when you think about it, this winds up being a very, very different business model. And so when we pull back, what we see is that the 20th century was about a product-based economy, and the business model fundamentally was about selling units. How many widgets can I ship? How many widgets can I ship? How many widgets can I store? How many widgets can I sell? And these new business models don't really care about units. They don't care about how many units of a CD did I ship. All I want to know is how many customers do I have? How many customers use my software as a service? How many customers are members of Zipcar? How many customers subscribe to Netflix? And then I want to know about my customer acquisition rates. I want to know about my average revenue per customer. And so the business model winds up being a very, very different business model. And then things become really, really important, like pricing and packaging. So if you look how Salesforce prices, you look how Zipcar prices, look at Netflix prices, they don't have a price per SKU. What they have is plans. Do you want the Enterprise Edition plan or the Professional Edition plan? Netflix, do you want the $19.99 plan or the $24.99 plan or the $14.99 plan? Zipcar says, are you an occasional driver? We have an occasional driving plan. But if you drive a lot, we have some extra value plans that you can actually upgrade yourself to. So pricing and packaging become really, really important. The metrics of how you drive your business model becomes really, really important. And the whole engagement of the customer becomes very, very different as well. And so what we do is that's what we do. We help companies price and package. We help companies publish their price plans on their websites or on an iPad or through a quoting interface so that customers can engage and select the price plans they want to get into. And then we automate all that back-end stuff. We automate the recurring billing, the collections, the credit cards, and so on and so forth. And so we're basically the back-end operations for these businesses to help them move into the subscription economy.
So what's your revenue model? How do you make money?
Well, we make money like our customers do. So we're a service, you subscribe to the service, we measure how much you use of our service, how many invoices you're sending out, how many orders you're taking, what's the value of those invoices, and then our fees are based on your usage level of our service. The more you use, the more you pay, but you can start off, if you're just starting off with your business, you don't have customers yet, then you don't pay us a lot of money.
Can you give us a sense of the growth of the company? Can you tell us about the journey you've been on? When did you start and where are you now?
Well, we're one of the fastest growing SaaS companies in Silicon Valley. We're 4 years old, just over 4 years old. We're up to about 225 employees. Our revenues have really either doubled or tripled every single year, or tripled the first few years. Last year we doubled year over year. Our customer count is on the same path. We're close to 500 customers now. Companies like Dell, companies like Hewlett Packard, companies like the Financial Times, companies like Qualcomm, companies like AAA. These would be some of our customers.
Okay. And where do you see this going? What's sort of your vision of the future?
Well, what we're really excited about is this idea of a subscription economy. We think we're going to look back 20, 30 years from now, and we're going to realize that this 20th century manufacturing model, right, that existed only because there wasn't an internet, there wasn't global logistical systems, and we're going to see that it was kind of a blip, in that the modern business of the 21st century are going to be these customer-centric, relationship-centric, subscription-based business models. And what we're excited about is as that part of the economy grows, as more customers and more companies shift to that way of thinking, then the need for our services are going to continue to grow and grow. Our hope is, just like Oracle and SAP, were the ERP companies that really dominated the manufacturing era. They provide the solutions that powered manufacturing companies. We want to be the company that has solutions that powers companies in the subscription economy.
What's your take on Europe and your expansion plans?
Yeah, well, we've always been incredibly excited about the European marketplace. One of our first customers was Reed Business Information, a division of Reed Elsevier, out of London. And we didn't have anybody in London. We had to take one of our guys, Jeff Yoshimura, fly him to London, have him camp out there for 30 days to work with the customer. And so once we got to a certain size, 3 years into the company, we had a chance to really raise another round. We decided to pick Index Ventures. They're a leading Geneva and London-based venture firm. We decided really to take that capital and fuel the European expansion plan. And so we're probably up to about 10 people in Europe, all across London, the UK, and the continent. We're really excited about it. We're going to double down this year and really double that staff. And I myself expect to do several trips to Europe. But we're really excited about the European expansion plans and the European market in general.
Sky News Tech Talk, in association with First Tuesday, the UK's largest network for high-growth technology companies and their investors. For free membership, visit firsttuesday.org.uk.